All right, shalom, shalom. As always, I want to start off these videos by giving all glory, honor, and thanks to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, for this wisdom and knowledge. Call Halayim La, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakah Quadash, as well as a respectful double honors upon to the elders and apostles of GMS, the many various camps of Great Millstone, whom I've learned and continue to learn this truth under. I'm the brother Eli Yahweh. Lord willing, this be edifying. It's a video, and I've gone through this several times, but it hit hard this morning, called Overworked and Overtaxed. Overworked and overtaxed. And for Akim that don't know, I'm a truck driver. Recently got a new local plantation trucking job over here in Ohio, whatever. So this past week, I definitely grossed the most amount of money I ever made with the company. It's been about 100 days since I've been with the company, and definitely the most profitable week I had. And so this morning I go, it's payday this past night. I go to look at what my bank account, which I don't like looking at because it's always, we gonna get that in Haggai 1:6. There's always some bullshit coming out of my bank account. So I don't even like to look at it. You know what I'm saying? You got to take a deep breath, a sigh before you open your bank account. But I went to go check it, and I go, that don't, wait, I made how much? So through the spirit, the Lord happened to have me take a look at what they took out, and come to find out they done took 23% of what I made went to taxes. Okay, it showed taxes and benefits, and I'll put it in the thumbnail. Of that 23% of taxes basically taxes and benefits, quote unquote, 90% of that was due to taxes and deductions. So shit I can't control. Okay, and that's the crazy thing. I got medical, I got dental, and I got vision. I could go a whole year without using my medical. I could go a whole year without using my dental or vision insurance. They're not going to give me that money back. That's just going to them. It's crazy. But that was only 10% of what was taken out. The overwhelming majority of what was taken out was to some damn taxes, which is crazy because we know you still got potholes all in the damn roads. Water mains breaking left and right, old ass bridges, beating down schools. But all that money is going over the twin triangles, the twin flags, the you wish over there. Okay, so let's start with this, man, because we just rounded up. Let's just round it up. 1/4 of what I made just went to taxes. And it always reminds me, anytime I go in on this, the late artist Marvin Gaye, he had a song called Inner City Blues. And he had a line in that says, money, we make it. Before we see it, you take it. And then he goes, make me want to holler the way they do my life, man. This is a shit. I don't care how much money you make. You make $4 million in 1 week. If $1 million of that is going to taxes and the government powers that be, you're a slave. And that's what it is here in this world ran by the wicked, starting with Amalek, the you wish. Everyone's a damn hamster on a wheel. Everyone's a damn debt slave to these banking families. This is Ecclesiasticus 34. We'll start at verse 21. The bread of the needy is their life. He that defraudeth him thereof is a man of blood. He that taketh away his neighbor's living slayeth him. And he that defraudeth the labor of his hire is a bloodshedder. And that's Esau Edom. This man's a straight bloodshedder, a straight vampire, a demon. He's always looking for schemes, ways, and plots to siphon your money, to finesse you out of what you done earned. Here it is. And I don't just work like 40 hours a week. I'm putting in 55 to 60 hours a week just for 1/4 of that to go to some bitch ass taxes. This is crazy, man. And if you are Israelite, you a so-called Negro, Hispanic, and Native American, and you want to stay in this fucking wicked ass captivity, this pit of hell, that's did nothing but kick our people's ass for centuries, you bugged out, man. You out of your damn mind. The Bible clearly describes a kingdom that was actually for us, designed for us, that's going to be better than this place. And the Lord set up men to preach the good news, to preach the gospel, that we not going to have to be debt slaves for eternity. We're not going to have to work all damn day and night just to have it all get tricked off on taxes, okay? But our people, you got 2/3 of our people that want to stay in this place. Hell, we want to get the hell out of here yesterday. Okay, let's get Proverbs. Matter of fact, I'll start at 29, verse 2, because we know pursuant to Job, the 9th chapter, verse 24, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. Who's the wicked? You Edomites. Malachi 1, verse 4 describes you Edomites, as the border of wickedness. Everywhere y'all touch down, nothing but evils. Evils done multiplied since y'all done been in rulership. And you done, thoroughly beaten your citizens down badly. How much more the Israelites? Okay, let me actually start with this. Let's get Ecclesiasticus, the 10th chapter. Ecclesiasticus 10, we'll start at the top. A wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man is well ordered. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of a man the ruler of the city is. Such are all they that dwell therein. Here's the verse, the point, verse 3. An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. This man thoroughly beats down his people. He overworks the fuck out of you and then constantly takes what you made and finesses you out of your earnings. This is a wicked ruler in power. Book of Proverbs 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And why you think everyone's all miserable and depressed? Because you got, starting with Amalek, those little vampires, on down to the rest of you Edomites. Y'all have basically graped the whole planet. You done stole all these lands, stole all the resources, and oppressed the fuck out of everyone on the planet. And it's getting to the ultimate point, to the end of the movie, where this man wants to chip everyone. He wants to put damn microchips, have you be digital slaves, permanent, perpetual digital slaves in a new dystopian technocratic society. But that's his end. Okay, the Lord's not going to let him fulfill that wicked device. And so we praying every day that this is the end of this cruel ass, bitter captivity. This is Proverbs 28, verse 15. As a roaring lion and a raging bear, so is a wicked ruler over the poor people. And that's how this man do. He's constantly devising plots to finesse you out of what you done made. Let's get that in the AMP. Book of Proverbs. Yeah, we tired of this place, man. This is Proverbs 28. We'll start at verse 15. Verse 15. And this is in the AMP. Like a roaring lion and a charging bear is a wicked ruler over a poor people. Verse 16. A leader who is a great oppressor lacks understanding and common sense, and his wickedness shorten his days. But he who hates unjust gain will be blessed and prolong his days. And that actually reminds me of Proverbs 13, the 13th chapter. I was going to close off on this, but let's get that in the KJV. Okay, this man is not wise. He's an unwise king, and he beats the shit out of his own citizens. That's not wise over time. Okay, you're going to have an uproar. You're going to have a revolt, but he don't give a damn. This is what I pray, and I need to pray every day for this on you Edomites, the unrighteous rulership and powers that be in this current evil, wicked temporal world. Proverbs 13, verse 18 in the KJV. I'm praying for this more and more on you Edomites. Poverty and shame shall be to him that refuseth instruction, but he that regardeth reproof shall be honored. And in the scriptures speak, matter of fact, let's get Revelation, the 13th chapter. This man done led us into captivity and beat the shit out of us for time after time after time and showed no mercy. And that's what's coming to him. Thus said the Holy Scriptures. Revelation 13 will start at verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. This man done led us into captivity, done beat the shit out of us. You know, all these nations done got rich off the Israelites. Okay, how'd America get so rich? Off the blood, sweat, tears, and captivity of the Israelites. How'd these other nations get rich? How'd China get rich? How all Dubai, all these countries got rich by dealing with America. But America got rich off the captivity of the Israelites. That's why all these nations is going they ass headfirst into captivity. We'll get this, Deuteronomy 28, verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. Verse 44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. And that also reminds me, let's get this. Second Esdras, hey, Shalom, Yahweh Bashem, Yahushai Bashem, Rakakwadash, Barakatah out there. Yeah, just going in on this man Esau. He's always running our pockets. That reminds me of the book of Second Esdras, how Esau is the head and we were the tail. Going back to the story of Jacob and Esau. Esau came out first, okay, red like a hairy garment, and we came out after that, okay, symbolic, and we came out hanging on his heel. Symbolic that his kingdom, his rulership would come first, and ours would come after that. Where is I? Let's get Second Esdras, the 6th chapter, talking about this man's the head, and we would be the tail. But that's coming to an end. As well as Deuteronomy 30, verse 7, speaks on all these curses, you know, us being in a state of poverty, being broke. All these curses are starting to turn on these Edomites. Hey, Thawada for the scripture, Thawada. Let me get this. This is 2nd Esdras 6. And I'll start at verse 7. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first, and the beginning of it that followeth? And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And we can't wait to see this man's wicked ass world come to an end, because we were at the bottom on this side, but it's going to flip. Just how Jake on the bottom of this world, Esau, you Edomites, going to be on the bottom in the world to come. Let's see what the brother got. This is, okay, yup. 1 Corinthians, the brother Yawanathan. 1 Corinthians 6, verse 10. Nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revelers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of Yahweh. And that's what, Esau is all of that. He's bad to the bone. He's bad to the bone marrow. Everything in his society, everything in his system, this beast system is corrupt to the core. And he's benefited off that. But just like Lazarus and the rich man, okay, us Israelites, we at the bottom. We struggling, okay, but it's going to flip. He going to get that cup filled double, as the scriptures say. As the Lord done did to us, the Heavenly Father Yahweh, he scourgeth our enemies 1,000 times more. So, and also the scriptures say, he that is honored in poverty, which is us Israelites, you still got Michael Jordans, Michael Jacksons, Beyonce Knowles, Drizzy Drakes. You still got all these, Israelites who are world icons, quote unquote, for back superstars But us as a nation, we're still in a state of poverty. It ain't gonna be like that in the kingdom. It ain't gonna be no Michael Jackson Edomites, no Michael Jackson Elamites in the kingdom to come. They ass is going into the most brutal bondage known to man. Let's get this. Staying on the point of us being in a state of poverty and this man running our pockets. Because here it is. I was gonna make a little money. I was gonna pay this credit card, pay a little on this credit card, figure a little chunk would go to these bills and have a little left for myself. But all this thing, here it is. He takes what you make. He takes a fourth of what I done made. And then another giant chunk of that is going to usury. It's going to paying off interest. It's going to pay off debt. So you're constantly in a state of debt where you never climb out of it. He don't pay you shit of what you worth. He takes a chunk of that. And then he sets up a system that keeps you in debt. And the banks keep profiting. This is Leviticus 25. I'll get verse 35 and through 37 in the New Living Translation. Yeah, Leviticus 25, and it is titled Redemption of the Poor and Enslaved. This is in the NLT. If one of your fellow Israelites falls into poverty and cannot support himself, support him as you would a foreigner or a temporary resident and allow him to live with you. Verse 36. Do not charge interest or make profit at his expense. Instead, show your fear of Yahweh by letting him live with you as your relative. Verse 37. Remember, do not charge interest on money you lend him or make a profit on food you sell him. And that's everything in this system designed by Amalek. It's designed to keep you in debt. It's designed, I was watching a video. It's designed not to heal you, but to keep you sick. They don't want to truly heal you. That's why the scriptures say they are forgers of lies, physicians of no value. They don't want to actually heal you. They just want to keep you healthy enough to keep paying taxes to them. Okay, to keep running up the check, to keep you in a state of servitude, a state of debt, a continual debt. Okay, let's get the book of Haggai. 1 verse 6, that we are seeking to be loosened out of this man's hands. Imagine 30, 40, 50 years of this, or you working 40, 50 hours a week just to be broke. That's a bitter life, man. That's a sad, and that's the spirit. I was just on the University of Toledo campus, and I see this Edomite, this what appear to be so-called white man and a so-called white woman passing by in the parking lot. And the white man says, the so-called, the Edomite looking man says to the white woman, you surviving? Which shows you how wicked this captivity. He says, you surviving. And she said something to the sort of barely, and then he chuckled and she chuckled. That shows you the wicked's in rulership. We just, we're not really living here. We just try not to drown at the end of the day. Hey, Yapa scripture. Psalms 73, verse 8, and a couple verses up, it says, they are not in trouble as other men. Talking about you Edomites. Verse 8, he says, it says, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. And that's you Edomites, man. Y'all don't, man. And then he always used the term, grab yourself up by the bootstraps. Like all this wickedness that he done did upon our people ain't had a generational effect. But that's why this man gonna pay. The scriptures also speak on, he shall seek to please the poor. This is Haggai 1 verse 6. Ye sown much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to be put into a bag with holes. So that's what it is, man. And the thumbnail you gonna see, damn near 25% of what I made just went to taxes, and they not even using them taxes righteously. They roads still fucked up, they infrastructure still fucked up. The people are bugged out they damn mind. But this is what you get when the wicked are in rulership. This is a beautiful lesson Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai gave to us as the Israelites of how not to be. Esau is a perfect example of what not to be. So in the kingdom to come, after these nations serve their punishment, because we are, I'm going to get this, Baruch 3 verse 8, we are currently in our punishment. We going to, judge righteously. We not just going to be beating the shit, robbing and finessing all these nations. Okay, after their punishment. They going to have their own lands. Okay, we still going to be ruling over them, but they still going to have their own lands. Actual water, drinking water that's not out of plastic. We not going to beat the hell out of them. What's it, Isaiah? Matter of fact, let me get Isaiah 14. Reminds me of that. He who smote the people in wrath. This man has ruled angrily while he had his time of rulership. You Edomites. Okay, this is Isaiah 14, we'll start at verse 5. The Lord hath broken the staff of the wicked and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke. He that ruled the nations in anger is persecuted, and none hindereth. And one of those tools of anger, of oppression, he uses is debt. If I can't physically, enslave you by the way of the sword, I can financially enslave you by way of debt. And our people are suffering under that the most. This is book of Baruch 3 verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power. So we still yet this day in our captivity. We subject to payments left and right. And those payments don't stop. We getting hit up every day with these payments. And it reminds me of jumping up. A remnant of our people are going to come back to an awakening. Realize that we're in captivity. Remember that we're the Israelites. And also remember our enemies, starting with you Edomites. This is book of Baruch 2 verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivities, they shall remember themselves. And it's if you can't see, we in a state of captivity, a state of slavery, a state of perpetual debt, then you out of your damn mind. Okay, you got to pay taxes. You got to work a bitch-ass job. You don't own no land. You don't own no cattle. Okay, even if you buy a house, quote unquote, you probably don't have enough money to pay it off in whole. So the bank profits off interest once you pay that mortgage, and that word really means death. Once you pay that death contract off, you still are subject to annual property taxes. Okay, so you're constantly a slave here. No matter which way you want to do mental gymnastics, we're still in captivity, man, at the end of the day. And we are seeking to be loosened out of this. We're not just working our whole damn life to be debt slaves to Amalek. Let's close off on this. And Lord willing, this was edifying. This is matter of fact, I might get 2 Peter as well. Matter of fact, let me get that first. This is 2 Peter 3 verse 13. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and a new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. And we not seeing that right now, because why? We got the wicked of the Bible within rulership. And he's beating the hell out of our people. He's beating the hell out of his own people. He's beating the hell out of all these nations, the animals, the air, the water, everything suffering under this man. Let's close off on this. But us as Israelites, we can't wait for the kingdom where we're going to be restored. The scriptures speak, I believe, in Zephaniah, the 3rd chapter, where all the lands where we were put to shame, the Lord's going to give us glory. Okay, this is a shameful captivity our people, starting with the men of our nation, have been put and placed in. This is book of Hebrews 13 verse 14. We'll close off on this. For here we have no continuing city, but we seek one to come. Okay, and Kanak, Proverbs 29 verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people mourn. But when the wicked beareth rule, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And we're mourning, man. We don't have no continuing city. We don't have no inheritance, nothing here on this side. But it's all good. Just like we got in the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. And we're currently in the age where the kingdom of Jacob and Esau are flipping. It's going to be the most historic, legendary role reversal of all time. Going back to Lazarus and the rich man. Esau has gotten up very high. He's lived very loftily, okay, with us in his hand. But that's going to flip, and it's going to be worse. It's going to be double. It's going to be brutal on you Edomites. Y'all not going to have no, outside of the Shabbat, the holy days, y'all ass is going to be working. It ain't finna be no workers comp, no employee benefits, no sick days, no sick leave, no maternity leave. Ain't gonna be none of that. Y'all asses is gonna be brutally working. Same with the rest of you nations, because y'all done led us into captivity, and now y'all about to y'all gotta pay your time out. We done did ours. It's now y'all turn. But just another example of how wicked this man is. Here it is. You work 60 hours a week, and 25% of that goes to some bitch ass taxes. This is crazy. This is a country of overworked and overtaxed people. How much more the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans who've been here in last place, the bottom of the totem pole. But it's all good because we know through the Holy Scriptures, it's about a flip. I hope that this was edifying. Hey, Shalom, brother Yawanathan for the Scriptures. Shalom to you Akim out there. Lord willing, we endure to the end and get to see this flip. Shalom.